Right, time to go meet Ryan. So the last time I was in Huddersfield was when I went to the Tolson Museum, and that was back in February, and it is mid-July. I forgot what month it was then. So yeah, Ryan's already there, so I'm gonna go meet him there. There, I mean by the train station. And at this point here, there's hardly anyone. Not complaining though. So I need to get some dinner to put in my bag, and then we can walk to Brighouse. I was about to say I don't know where Ryan is, but I've spotted him. So we're in Huddersfield. We're going to walk this way to the canal and then make our way to Brighouse. I was thinking what to do for dinner, but then I went to Subway and got a footlong, and then me being Jamie, I dropped quite a fair bit of it. I was thinking to myself, where's the canal? It's there. So the canal's there, so we just need to go to here, turn left and head to it. So we're off to the canal a little bit. We're at a place called Polyseam. So like the canal is to the left of us, but we're kind of like walking towards it now. So once we find the canal, stick to it and walk the whole way to Brighouse. Well, it didn't take too long to find it, but we found it. Checking on a map, we're going the right way. At some stage I will take my coat off, because I am starting to get a little bit warm now. I'll tell you what's nice. There's hardly anyone on canal. There's hardly anybody. Good. Do you know, I really like the graffiti. There's so much of it, like literally on here. Apart from obviously that says "fuck you." That's the only down bit to it. But the rest of it, what else is there? Scott and Matthew. Someone just took a silver one and I'm just reading text on it. You know, for a Sunday, and you know, walking on the canal, I thought there'd be loads of people. I'm glad there isn't. Do you know, I think something's really, really wrong, because it's Sunday and it's like 12:41, and there's like, well, there's still people on the canal, but I thought it would be packed and it's not. I mean, I'm not complaining, it's just rather quite nice. Got a bit of chicken there. Yeah, but there's a lot of people fishing. That's for sure, there's a lot of people fishing. You know, I'm absolutely speechless with the lack of people that are out. Don't listen to the BBC. Hometown Huddersfield is not a bad place, I'm guessing. Graffiti is art, not criminal. I 100% agree. So, brought a drink with me. This is something that my parents got me from when they was out yesterday. Very kindly, because it's the one I actually do like to have whilst I'm out walking. So we get the idea, notice cross the canal over the bridge 130 metres. I mean, it's obvious that it's like straight on, but the arrow is pointing that way, which goes to a no public access bit. I mean, it's obvious that you have to keep going that way and go over, but the arrow points down to where you can't go anywhere. You know, this might sound repetitive, but I actually just cannot get over how little people there are. Like, I mean, it's a Sunday and it's like nearly 1 o'clock now. So people will probably, because of the weather, not be as much people outside or shopping or whatnot. So if this is what it's like on the canal, I'm kind of like in between. Well, actually no, we're not really in between, but the next place is called Colne Bridge, where the canal stops, and then we have to kind of like make another bit of alternative route to then get to the canal again, and then Brighouse. I'm just shocked. I was just saying to myself I'm gonna have a little break and a little breather from the vlogging, but I actually just can't get over the amount of people that there isn't. I just don't get it. Because normally on a weekend, especially on a Sunday, people flock to the canals like it's the only place on earth. Another factor as to why it might be so dead, and you would normally get children on canal easily on a Sunday, definitely, but today, I think it's either today or yesterday, that like most of the leisure centres and pools have reopened, which will have meant a mass flocking of people to those places. I like this concept. So we now need to go under there and then follow the path. So we're here right now. That was there. Fernley Mill Drive. It initially looks like you can't go that way, but on a map you can. The map says you can, so we're trusting the map. Also as well, such a nice site as that. Let's just stop for a moment. You know, on this whole walk, really, we've seen hardly anyone. Not complaining, that's a really good thing. Just on a Sunday, you would expect a lot of people to be out walking, especially on the canals, and well, we've not really seen that many people walking on the canal. Not really. So we took a bit of a wrong turn initially. The path that we thought was a path actually doesn't actually exist. So proof you can't always trust the map. But what we need to do is go up this way and turn right onto Lower Quarry Road, and then follow that road towards Brighouse area. So we are going the right way now. This is Lower Quarry Road. That's it. So we need to walk that way. We took a little bit of a wrong turn, but when you've walked this way for the first time, you are bound to get lost. Also, train line as well. Is it the same? Well, I was about to say, is it the same on the other side? Yeah, it probably is, Jamie. You thicko. So we're still on Lower Quarry Road, or street, but we're actually in the countryside now, which is the bit I like. He lives in the house, a very big house in the country. And the thing is, going that way goes to a private road. You're not meant to go that way, but we saw someone cycling that way. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see him this way, come this way. So on the map directly it said keep going that way, but you can't because it's all closed off. But it's down there is the path. Where was here? It's down there, because we saw some people walking up here further down here. I was like, yeah, that's not the right way to go. It is, because, well, you get to there and it's all locked up, fenced up and everything, and you can't get past. So we need to go down the hill, turn left. And I wasn't paying attention to where we should be going because I was uploading a video to the channel. Because I have my mobile data on. So I've got my head down and not looking up where I was supposed to be going. But anyway, we can go, well yeah, we can either go that way down there, I think that's the right way, or we can go up there, don't fall Jamie, or go up there. It looks like we go this way. I think. So we crossed the platform bit where trains can pass by. We should have really come down from that way, which I think where was the private, which was where the private road was showing. But we've got a little bit lost because we've come off the canal. So once we find our way back onto the canal, we'll be able to stay on it and be in a position where we're not like, damn, where are we? But then again, when you're a bit lost and when you're here, I'm not going to really complain. So it looks like you go this way and follow the path the whole way, and then you can make it back onto the canal and then get to Brighouse. So something that Google Maps said was that from Huddersfield to Brighouse on the canal, I mean, bearing in mind I started a little bit earlier, don't think you can go that way. No, I don't know, it looks a bit dodgy. You can't, like, well, the thing is, it said 4.4 miles and we're at 6. So I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I'm going to walk from Huddersfield to Brighouse and then walk from Brighouse back home again. I think at that point when I get to Brighouse I will have done an extortionate amount of mileage. So we go that way, find our way back to the canal. Well, the thing is, I can see a navigation sign there, so we're not too far off. So, making our way this way, the white bit is the bridge where you can cross over to rejoin the canal. So we've done plenty of it where we've not been on the canal. It's been enjoyable though, but the next stage then is walking to Brighouse. And I'm curious to know how many people will be on the canal on the way there. Because on our way here there's been hardly anyone walking and out and about. There's been plenty of cyclists. Oh, look at that. I reckon I'll just check them out. So we've got a very complex set of stairs which you can't really go down too quick. But I was about to go over the bridge and think, oh, that's it then, we'll go over there. But I think it's this bit. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is straight on. Because we were going to go over that way, which goes that way towards like the M25, the junction 25. So this looks more what you would resolve with a canal. To be fair, going that way would have still gone the same way, but going along here is more of a scenic route. And honestly, this compared to there, this wins. Well, I said to myself and my parents, like, when I've walked from Huddersfield to Brighouse, I might actually just walk along the canal back from Brighouse to home. But in fairness, I'm not sure whether to now. But then again, if I did do that, that would mean I would have done the longest walk I've ever done in my lifetime. Actually, no, the longest walk I've ever done was 25 miles of walking in doing the 3 peaks. That was 25 miles over 2 peaks, and we stopped a lot as well. Whereas I've been on canal where it's been flat. So do you know, so that's my all-time top record, actually, 25 miles, but doing the 3 peaks. You know, for this whole walk, I think this is the first time we've seen like a big amount of people walking at once. First time. First time in 2.5 hours. That's a good record, is that? Thought I'd look at the graffiti, and then yeah, I'm not going to say anymore. So we need to go straight on to the end of the road, turn left, go to the end of there, turn right, and then we'll actually be in Brighouse. My voice cracks then. Oh, pardon me. So straight to the end, turn left, to the end of there, turn right, and then we'll be not too far off Brighouse train station, and well, actually being in Brighouse as a whole. You know, with all the straight roads and all, it's reminding me of being back in Spain, walking like long distance walks that were just practically straight lines. It even reminded me of Blaithwaite as well, with all the straights and all. So I know you said you can go that way and turn left and then turn right, but Ryan just pointed out this way, so I'm actually gonna, well, I think we should, shouldn't we? Makes sense, and why not? Slowly, one step closer to Brighouse. So we're now walking this way, and I can't help but think, when you see that and that, it makes me think of the Rust map from Modern Warfare 2 and the sawmill from GTA 5, but certainly Rust from Modern Warfare 2. I was questioning, I don't know where I am. We're in Brighouse now. Oh my god. We've actually finally made it from Huddersfield to Brighouse. As a video creator, you're always like coming up with ideas in your mind of what to do next. Never ever thought about being shot before. I mean, it's not true, but like a group of lads. I just saw, I was walking that way, and there was a black lad that had a face mask on, and he fell. I was like, fuck. I heard a bang as well, and it was another lad with a balloon in his mouth that he'd popped, just like emulate being shot. I was like, right. Oh god. I knew about that though. I think it was a couple of days ago. Some lads our age were bombing it around here and on a police chase, and they crashed here and they died immediately. Crap, isn't it? People were giving them sympathy for like because of them dying, and I was like, well, they was in a police chase, getting away from the police. I feel like a right tourist taking a picture and video of mostly everything. So I am getting a little tired now. A little tired. We're at 9 miles right now. 9. And we was about to go back to the bus station. But then I remembered Smith Art Gallery is up this way and turn right. So we're going to see if that's open, and if it is, go in. If it isn't, just pop down to the bus station. You know, I forgot what walking uphill was like, because we've just done solid, straight, flat level walking. But Smith Art Gallery's there, and it's Sunday, and it's shut. I'll go this way, I'll go this way. So even though it's shut on the inside, it isn't shut on the outside. So my phone is fully 100% charged. I'm going to go back over to there. So go over there and just take a picture. Actually, I'm just there. Yeah, let's just take a picture and a video of it, and then make our way to the bus station. Oh man, doing well. Right, we're going to go to the bus station now. So even though it's shut, managed to get a couple of videos in and about the outside bit of Smith Art Gallery. Yeah, let's go back to the bus station. Right, I'm going to go home. I'm going to walk. The next bus for me is 27 minutes. And I'd rather be walking than be sat down on my arse. I could do that tonight. Plus as well, when I'm really nearly at a 10 miles, I can really nearly do a half marathon. So just to clarify, Ryan didn't want to walk. I mean, to be fair, we've walked from Huddersfield town centre to Brighouse and all around Brighouse, which is impressive in its own right. But then I was like, looking at my mileage, I was like, I've done 9.5 miles, which is a long way. And you're right, it is a long way. But it is a long way, but I'm quite close to a half marathon, and it'll take about an hour to walk home, which will accumulate that half a marathon amount. So 3.3 more miles and then I've done a half marathon. Wow. Looking on Sports Tracker to see where I've walked, and it looks like I've not done very far, but yeah, I have done 10 miles of walking. So the aim is to do 6.2 miles a day for 5 days, and I've done 13 miles so far today. So I've actually done double my required amount for just today. I'll have to admit, the canal from Huddersfield to Brighouse, we barely saw anyone with me and Ryan. We barely saw anyone. We just didn't see anyone hardly at all. We just saw people doing fishing and jogging and cycling, but that was it really. Brighouse Canal is a bit different. Well, Huddersfield Broad Canal it is, felt completely deserted. Like there was no one there. There was all so much space that me and Ryan walked on, and we hardly saw anyone. And then, well, I come on Brighouse Canal and it's busy. But thankfully, because I'm walking quicker, all the people that are going this way as well, I'm passing them. I'm getting past them all. Well, I'm parallel to the canal. The canal's literally on the other side of there, but I'm on this bit of path where it's the Cromwell Reserve, and there it is. took a lot of pictures, so I'll do a picture montage of all the pictures I've took on this whole outing. And then the videos, well obviously that's going to be put together. This is the longest walk I've done in quite a while. It is kind of advised to not ride along here, which is where I've just seen a cyclist come by, but I've rode on here. To get away from the canal, when you come on here, on your bike, it's actually really nice. It's nice to get away from the canal and be in a woodland area a bit. It just comes to show how many people use Brighouse Canal more than Huddersfield Canal. It's quite a difference. I don't know if I'm a little bit blurry. Might be, it's alright. But I'm in the woodland now. I've come off the canal again. So I've come away from the canal. So I can be in my element of being in a woodland, which is my little sanctuary. Plenty of people with the IQ of a spoon, certainly on this canal anyway. I'm 6'5". I've got a blue can in my hand, and I've also got a purple t-shirt on. That's very, very visible, and I'm still not visible enough. So what do? You just get on. See, the thing is, everybody's practically down on the path, bit down there on the canal, and I'm going to see nobody on this bit at all. Good, because actually my dad said about going on there before. I was like, oh, I don't know, but so far so good. Well, walking on the canal where it's flat, trying to dig your grooves of your trainers into the ground because you're walking on a flat surface, in a way you've got more grip in the woodland because you've got something to dig your grooves into. And they won't find people, or will. Kids, you know, coming onto the woodland path and like having that idea of not being able to, not even seeing anyone. I had the idea for going this way, and the family of 3 had the same idea on bikes going the other way. Well, I'm going at quite a good pace. Whew. I'm going to keep going until the woodland path completely runs out. Well, this is way better than walking along canal, I have to admit, definitely. I'm literally walking side by side to it, but I'm walking in the woodland, and it is so much better. Not too far off Ellen now. I keep seeing paths to the right, thinking, don't want to go back onto the canal. I'm like, no, woodland. And just like that, I'm back on the canal, and it's just started to rain a little bit now. Well, it's showering, and looking at the amount of people on the canal, there's barely anyone behind me. There's barely anyone in front of me because I've overtook everybody. I went parallel to the I went parallel to the canal anyway. Walking in the woodland, I had more grip to grip my trainers into, so I was able to walk quicker and more efficiently, and I got all past the slowpokes. So I've got no one in front of me for quite a while now. I've got no one behind me for quite a while now. So I've done 12.2 miles. 12.2. So I've got 1.1 more miles to go, and then I've completed a half marathon. 0.8 miles to go, and then I will have done a half marathon for today. Boy. So the current plan is I'm going to meet my dad at Ellen Bridge. I'm going to do that, and then when I meet him I won't be doing any more filming, because I'll just be walking with him and whatnot and such and such. He'll have the dogs as well, so he's actually walking from home to Ellen Bridge as well, and then back. Well, it depends really on what he wants to do. He might want to go on canal. If he does, I'll be like, yeah. Having to go the long way around because there's travellers down there. And look, right, I stink because I've done 13 miles of walking and I've not used one bit of shower gel, deodorant in that whole time. But the travellers down there, it smells rancid. So my level of stench smells delightful compared to the noise, the smell down there. Right, so my dad's going to meet me outside Morrison's. It was like, why are you not at the Ellen Bridge yet? I said, well, I was in Lowfields and I was avoiding the mass load of travellers. So rather than go through, I made a detour. It was like, good decision. I'll meet you at Morrison's. Well, this is my last little walk video for now. So when I get home I will have done a half marathon, 14-ish miles anyway. So, thanks for watching and goodbye.